EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a good matchup in the AFC South between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Lawrence going to put it up right away. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On first down, Lawrence. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Here's Lawrence. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And now out comes Houston. Stroud now on 1st and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Stroud on 3rd down now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll be brought down at the 27. From the 27, Lawrence. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. But to throw again is Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Lawrence will throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic, so I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
Patterson's kick is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. On first down, here's Stroud. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort. from that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Titus Howard, right tackle, the man flagged for that one. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And Stroud now to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stroud here on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's football 101, isn't it? Tip your cap to the rookie. He knocked that one away, but he better not relax. They're going to test him all game long.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Well, that's just what you call a chain mover right there. Nothing fancy. Get the ball out to the back, and you're asking him to make a little bit extra out of maybe what is nothing. And he does exactly that. Picks up the 1st down. I can't wait till we get to the point, partner, where we're not saying chain mover, but we're saying laser pointer picks it up for the 1st down.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. 3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Lawrence. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Play action. It's Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On 1st down, Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Lawrence. Screen play. Here's ETN. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Let's focus in on what we got to do here. Play it to the whistle. All right, guys. All right. Play a little aggressive, baby.
So all field goals so far, 6-3 our score as the kick is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stroud now on 2nd down. Gets the dump off to Pierce. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Stroud on 3rd down now. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And now out come the Jags. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end, any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was, because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he will have a Jaguars 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Going for it, here's Etienne. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Lawrence. Now he'll dump it underneath. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. But to throw again is Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Man, I've seen that play a couple of times already. I got you, baby. Let's play ball. They can't stop us. Over the gate. Over the ball. Ain't that something? Come on, let's go. Keep our ball. Come on, baby. Rock and roll. We're going to be big time now. Big time deep. That's what I'm talking about. Don't stop that moment. Let's focus in on what we got to do here.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Houston set to take over. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Stroud. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
First down now, but that clock rolling. The throwing again is Stroud. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. Stroud now on 3rd and 2. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. 4th down. Here's Stroud. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? And which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point, because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Now Lawrence on first down. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Just a 1 yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Here's Logan Cook now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his 1st sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Straight ahead, ETN. And out across midfield down to the 45. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free, and the Texans scoop it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Stroud. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Stroud off the play fake. And this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. On the counter, ETN. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll go again with ETN. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run with ETN. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. This defense, tough to run against, and those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Stroud backed up near his goal line. Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Etienne fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touch.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Jaguars are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Let's go do this thing, baby. Here we go right now. Play smart.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarter.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. The drive will start with an option going left. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Lawrence. And he'll just get rid of it.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Get something together.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Lawrence to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so, and maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
That's what it is. That's what it is, baby. This is your game, baby. Let's go, fellas.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,
he's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. Repeat of the last play, going to Mechie here. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz.
Let's go.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Texans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand
which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 85 yards now for Etienne, and he's got a first down. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another tote for Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Texans are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Now Stroud. Finding Schultz. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Here's Stroud. And that's complete to Brown. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That one a first down pickup of 8. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Stroud. And this one into the hands of Mechie. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Got his man, it's Woods. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 8, and defensively they'll say you can have that. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. To the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing again is Stroud. Airing it out deep for Woods. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Stroud. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here goes Stroud again. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And the Jaguars come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.